it is kind of ironic that the guy who came back on November 18th while everyone was missing games due to injury is a guy who's about to celebrate his 41st birthday. So, like, at some point, we're not going to be able to go like, hey, LeBron, can you rescue us? LeBron, to the rescue. Here he is. And he makes his season debut, and he had 12 assists and looked every bit as good as he was last year. Like, obviously, there's some rust there. But what I noticed about LeBron's return from sciatica, he's operating a lot in the post, and he's spraying the ball around, and this kind of feels like old man LeBron, like 40-year-old LeBron, where he should be, is instead of trying to do this track meet that OKC and Indiana's trying to do, kind of feel like he's more comfortable in that, you know, let me catch on the elbow and run the offense with my back to the basket and give it to DA who's rolling to the rim. Or I'm going to be able to play a little bit slower offensively, but I'm going to use my vision. Dude, he had 4 assists purely to Deandre Ayton. DA got 4 buckets off of LeBron assists in the debut, and they had never played together. And there was a cool moment after the game where DA, after he caught a lob from LeBron, he said, you know, that's the second lob that I've gotten from you. And the other one was way back when at your camp when I was a kid.
Wow.
And that's awesome. Like, you love seeing that. And DA, he loves the ball in that pocket right into the free throw line. And LeBron already knows it. LeBron is so good at getting in the ball, not just in the shooting pocket, but also where you want to shoot it on the floor. And I thought LeBron was, man, he looked good, Dan. Like, after a month off of the season, he looked pretty damn good.
Maybe this goes to the argument that you're making. Yeah, give these guys longer periods of time off, and chances are they're going to look really good when they actually do get on the floor. I love the one, too, where it was like LeBron takes the defender into the post, backs down, and just kind of turns around, flips the pass over his head because Ayton is on the opposite block, just waiting for the lob, and finishes the dunk. And it's also just funny because my brain goes, oh, cool, big, like interior big to big passing. And I still don't totally associate LeBron as the big, but of course LeBron, yeah, it's like 6'9", 260. Yeah, exactly.
He's Karl Malone size. We're so conditioned to think of him as a guard. We forget that he's 280, 6'8". Like, that's Karl Malone.
And he had 12 assists. I didn't look up the potential assist numbers for him, but there were a number of, even in the first, couple of shifts he had, where he's passing to guys that didn't even know they were open. He saw it and was like, if I get this to this guy, he's going to have an opportunity. And the guy's like, oh crap. Like, it's on me before he was ready for it. And so the idea that now you got, those players are going to have 2 of those guys with Luka and him to be, make sure your hands are up, because otherwise you might get clocked in the face or miss an opportunity for an easy bucket. I think that, rotationally, I thought it was interesting, to say you kind of give, like, Luka will be able to, when you are get into your staggers, it's like Luka and Jackson Hayes makes sense to me, where you got, that's the dive man for Luka, the lob threat. And then say, if you got Reaves and LeBron with Deandre Ayton, as you mentioned, getting Ayton those looks in the pocket, getting him some more easy looks, it's going to kind of like balances out your offensive creation in a way that I think could wind up being really beneficial for those times when Luka's off the floor. Yeah, I mean, LeBron, I said this, I was on with the Golics, with Mike Golick and Mike Golick Jr. On Tuesday, and this could be an opportunity for, as you mentioned, old man LeBron to be a version of himself that we've kind of never really seen in the NBA, which is almost like the feeble LeBron, where he becomes kind of like the force multiplier, the security blanket underneath everything. If you don't need him to do quite as much creation on the ball, if you don't need him to do quite as much looking for his own shot, then all of a sudden, like, the rebounding plays up, the facilitating plays up, the low man rotations where he's able to go, read the defense, read the offense, and, go in and, get a hand in a passing lane, kickstart a transition opportunity, cover for this guy if he's beat. LeBron's still capable of doing all of those things at a really high level, even this deep into his career. And needing him less and a lower usage role offensively could allow all those other things to play up. And if you get that, like, whatever A+ role player version of LeBron, not saying that he is a role player, but the idea of somebody who can contribute in all of those areas without needing to be the 25, 26, 27 point a game scorer, and you're able to keep his minutes down a little bit lower, I think that could be hugely beneficial for the Lakers, who have already been really good without him. So yeah, tons to like there in the early return. The fact that he was able to keep the double-digit scoring streak, which whatever it is now, coming up on 1,300 career games, which is bonkers. That one might come down as the season goes along, or he just might wind up getting his wind, what did he say? He had like baby lungs, he felt like, as he was getting his wind back up. I don't imagine that's going to last for too long. And if he looks that good with the way Luka's been playing, with the way Reaves and Ayton have been playing, the Lakers get a lot more dangerous and a lot more interesting.
Yeah, I'll give you the stat you were talking about earlier. 20 potential assists in that game. Led all players last night in 20 potential assists, which, I always say, like, LeBron's the number one scorer in NBA history, and that's not even his best skill.
Yeah.
Where it's like, and by the way, at age 40, I'm just going to be dropping 20 assists if they hit their shots. Last year through November, his time of possession with the Lakers, 5.5 minutes per game of possession time. In this game, he had 3 minutes, third on the team, time of possession, the ball in his hands, and he was still able to spray out 20 different potential assists. So definitely the ball's not in his hands as much. And I think, honestly, at this stage of his career, I feel like he finally might be okay with that. And if you got Luka and Austin Reaves, who LeBron is obviously president of the Austin Reaves fan club, I think that LeBron might be very comfortable in this role of third fiddle. Doesn't sound right, but honestly, if the numbers shake out that way, I think like that might be best for LeBron and their ability to have, a deep postseason run if he's not having to do everything. So,
I mean, also, why not limit his workload, extend his career another 3, 4, 5 years? What the hell? Why not? I mean, to look this good in year 23 at age 40, almost 41. Yeah, let's see how far we can take this. I don't know. Every year you go year to year on the contract gets you a little bit closer to the down payment on the Vegas franchise, Bron. So, what the hell? Why not?